So let's talk about Riccardo Calafori and why this is a very good signing for Arsenal. As you guys know, last season Arsenal were the best defensive team last season. They had the best partnership. You can say if you actually did like a team of the season, Ben White, Saliba, Gabriel, like if you put them in your team, I don't think anyone will argue like those three were solid for Arsenal, especially Gabriel and Saliba. They were like the best two partnership in the Premier League last season. And also for the left hand side for Arsenal, Zinchenko, even when he was in Man City, I always knew it. He wasn't very good defensively. Going forward, excellent. They've tried Timber there, but at the beginning of the season, and that was last season, he got injured. Tomiyasu has done his best there. He got injured as well. Kivio did his best there. He got injured as well. But you can tell Arsenal on that left-hand side are really not solid as compared to the other side of the back line, like the right side and the two centre back. But on that left-hand side, you can tell if there's any way a team will try to punish them, it will be from that place because on the left-hand side, they are not very good. So they've gone ahead right now and they are trying to get Riccardo Calafori. And depending on when this video come out, I won't be surprised if the deal is already gone through because Riccardo Calafori, he wants to go to Arsenal. The two clubs have agreed and it's just left for little details per se. But moving to Arsenal, for Riccardo Calafori signing for Arsenal, I think it makes Arsenal very, very strong defensively. Because last season again, Arsenal considered 29 goals. And Man City, if I'm not mistaken, we consider like 34 or 36, one of thereabout. But Arsenal considered very least goals. We scored more goals. I think we scored 96. And Arsenal scored 91 goals in total. That's in the Premier League. But defensively, they considered less goals. We considered more. So it came down to, you can tell, fine margins. But Riccardo Calafori is a good one for Arsenal because he has the ability to, he's a very good ball-playing defender. He can carry the ball very well. We also what he did in the Euros, how he laid the pass for the guy. I've forgotten the guy's name. And the guy finessed the ball, but at the end of the day, as they went for that, they went out. But you could tell he's very good at carrying the ball and he's very good at, he's very good defensively. He can play on the left-hand side, that's as a left center back, and also he can play left back. And you might be wondering, Arsenal does not need a defender. Honestly, I think to me, if you are trying to chase Manchester City, I think you need in each position, you need two very good players. That is in the situation whereby if one gets injured, the next person coming in, the difference, you won't feel the difference much. I'll give you an example. For Manchester City, for us, when we lose Nate Ake, we know Josko Vardiol. When we lost Nate Ake, Josko Vardiol is filling in that role. When we lost Kevin De Bruyne, it might not be up, but Foden was stepping up and all that. So Arsenal I think they are trying to do that because on that left-hand side, there are so many people there, and I think maybe they might end up selling one of them. Maybe Kivio might be the one to leave if the deal finally goes through. But adding Riccardo Calafori to that back line makes them more strong because I don't think defensively, as the season starts, I don't think Arsenal will have issues because it's still the same guys. They understand themselves. They've not sold anyone. It's still Gabriel. It's still Saliba. It's still Ben White. And it might be Ricardo on that left or Timber on that left-hand side as well, which makes them very deadly. And you can never tell Mikel Arteta what he's planning to do with Riccardo Calafori. That's another thing again. Everyone might be assuming maybe this guy might be on the left-hand side. What if Mikel Arteta decides to play him in the midfield because he's very good with the ball per se and decides to put Timber on that left-hand side? We've seen when he was trying to play Kai Havertz in the midfield and everyone thought it to be the midfield, and as the season progressed, Mikel Arteta changed his position. He started playing the first 9 row and Kai Havertz exploded. Like no one believed he would have that kind of season. He was one of the best players in that Arsenal team. So there are so many ways Mikel Arteta can use this guy, and signing him is a very good one. It's actually a very good one for Arsenal because now this makes them very good defensively. There are other areas you can say they should go for, like there are other positions you can say they need to strengthen, especially the striking position, the striker position per se. But bringing in a defender, I don't think is a bad one. I think it's a very good deal because who knows? Gabriel might get injured, or maybe Timber, and he might decide to fill in that role, or someone else. Like you can never tell what will happen with the season, and you always have to be ready, especially when you are going up against Manchester City. You can't allow, like, it comes down to fine margins. It comes down to very, very, very fine margins. Like you can't take chances in any situation. So Riccardo Calafori, why this is a very good for Arsenal is because it strengthens them more. It makes them more solid, and there are different ways this guy could be used. I won't be so, like, honestly. If I'm to predict, I'll likely say I might see him. You see the way Josko Vardio plays for us, like how he goes into the midfield, like he's helping in the attack. I believe maybe that's what Mikel Arteta might be trying to do, especially maybe when they come up against these low block teams. It's very hard for them to break down. Now they have someone that can overlap and also cross the ball, and at the same time someone that can defend as well. And he's a very young guy. I think he's 22 years old or so. Yeah, thereabouts. He's a very, very young guy, and the potential is there. There's never a guarantee a player will do well, but in the Premier League, we've seen in the past players come, it doesn't really work out. You've seen when players come and they hit the ground running, but every club wants whoever they sign to come and do well. But if there's one thing for Mikel Arteta is, so far, I can say I can give him a very job well done when it comes to the players he has gone for, like the players he have signed. Declan Rice, when he brought him, everyone was like, wow, Declan Rice, 100 million, that's not blah, 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 blah. But at the end of the day, Declan Rice turned out to be one of the best signing if not the best signing last summer. Kai Havertz, when he brought Kai Havertz, everyone was saying the same thing, blah, 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 it won't work out this. But at the end of the day, Kai Havertz turned out to be one of the best players last season. And this season right now, he has brought in Riccardo Calafori. I think that should be, I don't know if Arsenal have made any other signing. I think that should be their first signing of the summer. So you can't, in terms of signing players, in terms of the kind of players Arsenal wants, or the kind of players Mikel Arteta go for, you can say he has not gone wrong. It doesn't really go wrong for him like that. So far, his judgment is very good. So I won't be surprised if this guy starts playing very well. Like if Mikel Arteta take his game to the next level. He already has that potential to be a good player, but I won't be surprised if Mikel Arteta takes his game to that next level. But the fact that last season they were very good defensive, like teams struggled like teams were not even taking shot against Arsenal. That's how good Arsenal were. Like teams were not taking shot. I remember when we played this team, I'm like, damn. It was so difficult, especially at the Emirates Stadium. We couldn't create anything. But they as well, they couldn't create against us. But it was so difficult to create against them. And Arsenal adding to that backline again, making them more solid. If they consider 29 goals last season, going into this season, only God knows how many goals they will concede. I'm guessing they will concede less. But Riccardo Calafori to Arsenal is a good one. And I'm guessing by the time this video should be out, I won't be surprised if the deal has already gone through and he's already doing medicals. But let me know what you guys think about the signing. And I'll see you guys in my next video. Thank you very much. Please do not forget to like. Do not forget to subscribe, guys. Bye.